Hi, Robin with Oxy-Dry. It's been a nice day today. And of course, I was just organizing and cleaning and filling up my machines or my spotters, etc. Getting ready for the week coming. But we're going to go and do something here in the garage. This is going to be a continuation of my last video. And in my last video, actually, I'm going to go close this door. I don't want any visitors here. In my last video, I was explaining and showing how to apply your solution using shower feed at the right amount so that you don't overwet the carpet. And then I was thinking, well, let's take that onto the garage floor here, and then I'll do it again. But doing it this way, you can actually see how much solution is going onto the floor. You can't always really tell that on a carpet, but here you'll actually see it. Now, of course, most rotary machines, which this is a kind of a standard rotary machine with the normal shower feed, it's actually on this machine, feeds right down here. Often they'll be on the other side. It doesn't matter where it goes down, actually. And one thing you can see, I have a valve on here, and when I park my machine, the valve gets shut off to make sure that if the valve in the tank were leaking, which does occasionally happen, this is a safety thing to do. And if you haven't got that on your rotary, I do advise it strongly. But anyway, this one is here, and I run on full flow all the time. But if you're finding yourself having a little difficulty, you're getting the carpet too wet, you think, one thing you can do is you could, close the valve partly if you want to. That's your choice. But I'm going to be running full bore because there's times when I do want to make sure I dump a lot in one area. If I need to, it's always available to do that. And when I'm doing a subsurface treatment with urine and ClO2 mix or whatever in my tank, then I do want to have it on full bore anyway. So for me, I will always run it on full bore here. I'll just control everything with my valve up here. But anyway, okay, so most rotary machines, the way they work, when the solution is applied, it's a gravity fed from the tank, goes down the tube and into the bell housing of the machine right above where the pad driver is. So here's your pad driver, and the normal pad driver will look pretty much like this, where you have the of course that's where the machine motor, the hub, goes in and then clutches onto here. That's the clutch, and and then around the perimeter of the pad driver, inside this little rim, there'll be a series of holes, and that's where your solution actually will feed down through. Now, so ideally, when you're cleaning, when you finish the job, whatever it is, on your machines, the inside here the top of your fiber pad, it doesn't, well, actually, I should rephrase this. Fiber pad is a little bit different, but if you were using a pad, like an Ironman or whatever, for the most part, your Ironman pad should be pretty dry on the top. Maybe a little bit damp, but if you're picking it up and your pad is like soaking wet, you are definitely getting your carpet too wet. Your pads should not be dripping wet. They should be just damp, fairly damp. And as you get more and more used to doing it this way, you'll really get a feel for it, and you'll understand what I mean by that as you move forward. But anyway, in this case, what we're going to do is I'm going to use this fiber pad, because this will give you a really, as I do this, you'll actually see it on the concrete, and you'll see very quickly how rapidly water is, or solution, if you're whatever you're using, is coming out. And of course, being that the way this works, it'll actually be spinning it out all over the place as you go. It'll fling out probably about 6 inches or so, and that's not a problem as long as you're not overwetting. And then, of course, you're going to be coming back over the carpet with your Ironman pad anyway, and you'll be drawing up and pulling out that excess moisture with the Ironman. But so let's just give this a try, and then I want you to, I'll keep the camera right down there on the floor, so that you can see exactly what's happening. Okay, so keep your eye on the floor. Okay, now I don't know if I can do this, but you can watch. So on, off, on, off, on, off. Now you can see the solution coming. On, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. See, that's a lot. You can see. Now, normally when if you watch my other video, you see that I basically did it like now, on and off, on and off, on and off. You can see there's a tremendous amount actually going on the floor. On, off, on, off. There's no lack of moisture here. On, off, 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 on, off. So, I know one guy on off, you know who you are, was saying that how on off, he would have the valve on going one way and then off the other. So let's see what happens if I do that. On, off. Look at, there's so much water there. On, off. It's like, now look at all the excess water here. And up there. On, off. I mean, that's way more water than you want to have on the floor. Okay, I can't put any more down because I want to dry this off. But anyway, you can see what I'm saying now, right? Look at that. There's pools there. Literally pools of water there. That's way more than I was expecting. Okay, we're going to have to suck that up. I want to show you guys the Ironman pad too. So we'll grab my carts here and we'll suck that up. So you know who you are. Now you understand why your carpets are so wet. You can't post vacuum. If you're using that much water, it's just you're literally flooding the carpet. And that of course is going to make it prone to wicking, and it doesn't help in any way. It does not. You don't clean any better. You're just getting it wetter. Kind of revealing, I think, huh? See over here? There's just dry spots all over the place where I was doing it the way that I do it. It's mostly dry, actually. Okay, we'll put that over here. I think that's good. Okay, so now what we're going to do is put that aside. And I've got a couple of Ironman pads here. So let's see what happens with an Ironman pad. We'll do the same thing. And then we'll check what the pad looks like. Mind you, there is some moisture there. So I'll tell you what. I'll run over this one, run over the floor and dry it, then I'll switch over to another one. That's what I'll do. Make sure the floor is pretty much dry. And I feel it binding already. It's so dry. Okay, so let's go back to the beginning. I'll stop here. Get rid of that one. And I'll put that down. I think that's about right. Okay, I'll go back to it. Okay, on, off. On, off. On, off. On, off. You can see again, it's still flinging out. On, off. On, off. Not as much it's flinging out as with the fiber pad, but some of the liquid is actually getting absorbed by the pad right away. And on, off. On, off. And you can adjust the amount you're putting on depending on how the carpet is reacting and what you're seeing. So this isn't like a hard, fast rule. This is a on, off. This is a guideline for you guys. Every carpet will be a little bit different. Sometimes you might be applying a little bit more. Sometimes you'll be applying a little bit less. You're the one. The beauty of this is that you're the one that's going to be controlling. You're the machine operator. You make your, you're making the decision as to how much you're applying or not applying for each situation. But my point of doing this video, and then when I did the last one, was to give you guys a guideline and help you to understand exactly what's happening and why. I think it's really an important part of this is, why are we doing it this way? Why am I doing it this way? And the reason I'm doing it this way is because my goal, and I learned a long time ago, is actually to have a dry time of 1 hour or less. Because I know that that's all you, as far as cleaning goes, that's the ideal window. When you can say to your customer, most carpets dry within an hour or so, well, that's going to really impress them, I guarantee you. And there's no need to get the carpet wetter than that. You're not going to get a cleaner carpet, you're going to get a wetter carpet. So let's have a look at the pad. It's dry right here. The moisture actually, I can only feel it right about here. So the rest of the pad is bone dry here. It's pretty wet over here because of course it's feeding down on top of here. Oh, look at that, it's even dry in the middle because of course under the rotary, the center has nothing pressing on it. So there's no weight of the machine on the center part. It only gets on the outer 1, 2, 3, 4 inches or so. Anyway, I hope that helps you guys, and I hope you understand what we're trying to do here is it to really be precisely controlling the moisture as you're applying it. And I know that there's guys that say you got to have a machine that'll spray and then whatever. And I've actually done that. I had a machine like this a few years ago, and I put a pump on it, and I put a trigger on it, and I put a spray head on it, and I played around with it for a little while, and I thought, no, there's absolutely no advantage to going that way. Nothing better about it. It doesn't clean better. It's, the idea is while you're washing dirt right through you're getting your pad too wet. Well, yeah, if you're not doing it right. But if you're doing it right, what I just showed you makes a huge difference. and you're getting much more precise control of your cleaning and the drying time on the carpet. You will clean better, it will dry faster, and it will stay clean longer if you do the set method. This is it. This is how you do it, guys. And shower feeding, I mean, think about it. You've got a machine that has a pump and a switch and wires and all that. And here you've got just a simple little valve. Like I did a video. There you go. That's it. All your moving parts are right here. Just right in there. You pull that shaft and that moves up because there's a spring in here. Let it go. It closes again. That's it. That's your only moving part. Reliable, consistent. You're in control. Also, if you have a machine with a pump on it, you've got the additional weight of the pump, which isn't much. I get that, but anyway, we got these rotary machines. They're out there, a dime a dozen. Okay, maybe not a dime, but they're certainly not very expensive used, and even new, they're not that expensive. Usually, you can get them for about $1,000 or $1,000 to $1,500 most of the time, and they're just rock solid, reliable, consistent. Put a tank on it and it looks better. Anyway, this is actually a mighty tank, if you're wondering. And of course, there's other tanks you can get. That's actually a more standard tank right there. And of course, my other machines have their tanks. That machine has this tank on it, and that machine has the tank that came from the factory for that particular machine, so that's a bit different. But anyway, so there you go, guys. There's a really simple way to understand how to do this, and I hope this helps you. And yeah, let me know what you discover. Go and play around with your machines and come back and comment and ask the questions, and I'm here to help you guys learn to do this better. It's free. Trying to help. Anyway, thanks for watching and have a good day.